Yeah, we got you. You know what's up. We are live. We are back in action, leaving week 9 behind and getting ready to do it again in week number 10. Welcome back, boys and girls, for another fun-filled football edition of the Third and Three podcast presented by the Sports Column and brought to you by Reebok. Reebok's look at them good deals, holiday deals, guys. Get over to Third and Three podcast. Check out the new great deals by Reebok and get 15% off on new kicks like the Trail Cruisers for men and the women's and men's Reebok Light Plus 3 running shoes. It's a pretty hot title. Go after it. Those are just a couple of the great items that they got that Third and Three can hook you up with by going to our website, clicking on the Reebok action. That's all you got to do. We got you. Happy holidays from Third and Three. Let's go. I got a hurricane coming over here, and it's just so aptly named Hurricane Nicole. Isn't that amazing, Nikki?
Yes, it is. I saw that. I was like, oh, shit, finally. Hurricane Nicole. Poor Florida. You have no idea what's coming for you.
Oh, my God. If it's anything like the tricky Nikki gifts that we have, then it is going to be a tricky storm. That is for sure. I don't know where it's going to go and where it's going to end up. But, all right, we're here for it. At least I'm here for it. And a couple other Floridians kind of freaking out right now because you don't want to lose power. That's the biggest thing. D, I can't lose power, man. And I talked to you about it. That's why we're doing the show early today. I'm definitely losing power. Over like 4,000 people have already lost it in my area. So this sucks. It's hot down here. You know how it goes. It's going to be a rough night's sleep, man.
Yeah, no, I've definitely been through it. Being from Louisiana, I've been through those hurricanes and losing power and doing all those things. So I definitely feel for you. I've been there, and hopefully everything gets back to normal pretty soon.
I only hope so, brother. I only hope so. We'll see. Well, Jason Fearman reporting to you here from West Palm Beach, Florida. The Sports Prophet ready to go, and my teammates are ready to go. But a special little quick announcement. Ryan Dunn of One and Done Radio is going to be joining us next week to do our pick segment, probably a little bit more. We're really looking forward to that. Shout out to you, Ryan. We can't wait to have that going on. Neighborhood news is going to be kind of quick this time, guys, but one thing that we have to hit on, because we haven't spoke about it ourselves, is the Jeff Saturday hiring. I'll just quickly say that I found it weird. I jumped to Twitter right away, and I'm like, what the hell is going on over here? This is strange. Never coached a day in college, the NFL. Somebody had the balls to tell me that he coached in high school, and that made him qualified. I almost pissed my pants. That's ridiculous. So Jeff Saturday, great guy. I love him. Like he's awesome. But this is just a weird situation, Damian. And of course, I had people, telling me, whether it's the Rooney Rule and it's just another privilege type of thing, which I get. I mean, again, this guy Saturday, he knows his football, D, right? But does he know how to be a head coach? I don't get this thing.
Yeah, that's the big question. Do you know how to be a head coach in the NFL? Just because you played in NFL. He was a great center, multi-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion. But like you said, only coached in high school and, was an analyst for ESPN. So how do you jump from that to being a head coach? Now, this hire would be considered crazy even in the offseason because of his lack of coaching experience.
Yeah.
But to do it in the middle of the season and to throw him into this is batshit. Like it goes to a different level of crazy to do this at a time where your team is just already in turmoil. It just doesn't make any sense at all. Everybody talks glowingly about Jeff Saturday and knows him, right? A lot of ESPN people have talked about how great he is as a person, his knowledge of the game, but even them have to question this hiring, right?
Yeah.
And you talked about the other side of it, right? Where a lack of opportunities come for Black head coaches. This one right here is a lack of opportunities for anybody, period, right? Because he got hired. Like the way he got hired, honestly, that means anybody could have gotten hired. Anybody who played in NFL, anybody who was an analyst, like everybody was qualified pretty much if you're going to hire Jeff Saturday. So I hope the best for Jeff Saturday, but it seems like this is a tank for whoever the best quarterback is, whether it's Bryce Young or whoever you think it is coming in.
Yes.
And Jeff Saturday, I don't know if he's going to get a job permanently, but he's definitely not set up to succeed in any way.
Right. And from what I hear, D, he's more there to be like an evaluator for this year and to check out the squad and see who should belong and what they can do and stuff like that. Almost like a GM/head coach type of role. But, they have guys like Gus Bradley and Reggie Wayne, who's already on the team. And now Reggie Wayne's only a wide receiver, coaching Gus Bradley's the defensive coordinator. It would seem more likely, Nikki, that they would promote one of those guys, but they went way out. This is totally unprecedented. I've never heard of, never seen anything like this in my life. And I'm not knocking Jeff Saturday. I'm knocking Jim Irsay for being, I don't know, just he's one of those guys, Jim Irsay and Nikki, who thinks he can do no wrong and whatever he touches is gold type of thing. So maybe he thought it's like, you know what, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want.
Yeah, probably. He seems the type. This is very weird. And I believe their offensive coordinator has never called plays before.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So this should be an interesting game this week. Actually, probably the best game they've played all season, right? Because it's just so weird and random. But no, I think we're all just kind of like, what?
Yeah.
What did they just do?
It just seems like tanking all over the place, like Dee alluded to before. That's what they're doing. And they know Sam Ellinger is not their guy. Obviously, Matt Ryan is not their guy. And they're going to try to go get, C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young. And I'm not sure about Bryce Young. We're not going to talk college football right now because he's kind of a small guy. But we've seen smaller quarterbacks succeed in the NFL, not to the highest level. But the last thing in neighborhood news I want to get to is the quarterbacks that were drafted last year, not this past draft, the ones that went with Lawrence and Wilson and Lance, then Fields, then Mac Jones in that order. I'd like to ask you guys, Nikki, I'll tell you straight up, I think you guys remember we talked about it. I wanted the 49ers to draft Justin Fields. I thought he would be the best guy for the situation, playing at Ohio State in big-time football games, can bring that dynamic, throws the shit out of the ball fast as hell, and now we're seeing him produce like, whoa, like he's like the second coming of Lamar Jackson all of a sudden with what's going on. So if I were to rank him, Nikki, I would probably go Fields, Lawrence, Mac, Wilson, and then Lance because we haven't seen him yet. What do you think? Wait, did Justin Fields now pop out as like the best guy from that draft to you after what we've seen the past couple of weeks?
Yeah, no, he's definitely showing the most promise because Trevor Lawrence has shown flashes here and there, but has been extremely inconsistent.
Yes.
Zach Wilson's winning, but
he's not the reason. He's not the reason. He's pulling a Garoppolo in New York. That's all.
It's worse than Garoppolo, honestly, because he's throwing for like 148 yards.
That's hard to do. That's hard to do. Worse than Garoppolo. Yeah. What up, Sean?
Yeah. It's hard to win like that, but he's somehow winning because that Jets defense is balling out of their mind right now. So you have that going on. So for me, Justin Fields has to be the front runner from that class, but honestly, he still has a lot to prove passing wise. He's running the ball tremendously. Tremendous. And the fact that he's already breaking records, the first guy to have 3 touchdown passes along with 100 and at least 140 yards rushing is phenomenal. Need to see more from him, but he's definitely the front runner for that class. But that's not saying much with that class right now.
I know, right? We talked about it last week, a little bit. How we thought this was going to be a big time, amazing draft class, and then we compared it to 04 and trying to give Nikki props, but she was hearing none of it. And of course, the 83 draft. So we're trying to actually compliment Nikki, who we're going to have back hopefully in a second. Little technical difficulty over here for a minute, but Tricky Nikki will be back in a second. So we'll get her in over there. But I'm with you, man. Like I said, I wanted the 49ers to draft Fields. And they didn't. Obviously, they went with Trey Lance, and now we just don't know if that experiment's going to work. So, yeah, I think Fields has shown the most promise. I thought that coming out of the draft, and Lawrence was second for me. And then it was kind of a crapshoot after that. So I really feel like the Niners now did it for a second time where they could have had Aaron Jones and they could have had Justin Fields now come so many years later and feel like maybe they kind of blew it. I don't know. So I'm a little but Justin Fields, he looks great. I mean, I had him in my daily fantasy on FanDuel. The good dude put up like 50 points for me. It was insane. Great. Oh, my God. D, we have Thanksgiving at your house this year? Yeah, right? I mean, all the catering that he's going to have going on?
Yeah, we can have it here or we can have it at my other location. Next week, I'll probably show up at my other houses, so we'll definitely have it at my house for sure.
Right, at one of his houses. We'll be there at one of his houses. All right, Nikki's going to come back and join us in a bit, so we won't do our picks without her. And again, we're going to do our picks next week with Ryan Dunn. That'll be a lot of fun. But gutsy call this week. The Chiefs made a few of them, D. Going for it on their own 45-yard line on 4th and 1. They did convert it. They did it again in overtime to try to avoid kicking that field goal and go for the win and touchdown. They did convert it with 5 minutes left, but still ultimately kicked the field goal. And then we all saw what happened with Tennessee crumpling apart. So a lot of things to take from this game. Your opinion, was it a gutsy move? Was it a good move? But also I want to talk a little bit about the Malik Willis dynamic in that game. I know we're going to talk more about the games, but, while Nikki's out for a second, they didn't really let him throw the ball much. They could have, and the RPOs were working well. So you would think that, you can pop it over to a tight end over the middle or hit a couple of hitch routes or something, but they really held them back. And they were up 17-9 at a point. They were winning that game. And of course, Kansas City does what they always do and they come back by being aggressive and having the best quarterback in the world.
Yeah, and for Tennessee to win with Willis at QB, they have to let him do more, right? Because like you said, they were playing pretty much a perfect game, but against a team like a Kansas City, a Buffalo, Philadelphia, teams that are dynamic that can come back from deficits, you're only going to be able to hold them off for so long.
That's right.
And you're asking your defense to do so much. And eventually they're going to come through. That offense is going to come through and win games. So for Tennessee, a lot of times when Willis did drop back, it wasn't a lot, but when he did drop back, there was no one there for him to throw to.
Right? Yeah, we were talking about Robert Woods being his number one wide receiver. The guy hasn't seen a target in 4 games. It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So when there's no one open, you have to give Willis the ability to say, go run. The same thing we're seeing with Justin Fields. Same thing you're seeing with Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
1-2 reads and go.
Go.
And with Willis having that type of ability, you got to let him know you can go. Because there are a lot of times there where he's in a pocket and he's trying to find somebody to throw to. You can tell it's in his head, like, I have to go through my progressions.
Yes.
Nah, let him know. If you don't see somebody open, go. And then we'll work on you working on your progressions as you get further into your career.
Bro, it's totally a different league right now. We want the quarterbacks to run. This is what makes it so great is the dual threat quarterback. And I got to tell you, like if I'm San Fran and we're playing Chicago like we did earlier, I mean, in a different now that Justin Fields is running all over, that pisses me off like crazy when the quarterback takes off when you're going against them. But when it's your team, you're like, yeah, bring that shit the fuck on, baby.
Exactly. Did you see the clip of Mike McDaniel telling Justin Fields to stop scrambling?
Yeah, I did. Oh my! He was killing it. What 178 rushing yards? Oh my God, man!
So obviously, it's something that annoys even the opposing head coach. He's like, "Stop it! Stop doing this!
Right. Stop doing that! You're not supposed to be running all over the damn place. It really. I mean, just drop back and throw the freaking ball." But you know what? That's going to help him. That dynamic of defenses being so scared of him running. I think that's going to open up the passing lanes. We saw him hit Cole Kmet a couple of times, and get Darnell Mooney in the end zone and stuff. So Fields is coming along, man, in his second season. And this was supposed to be a rebuilding year, getting rid of Quinn, getting rid of Roquan Smith, not having any wide receivers to speak of. But they go ahead and pick up Chase Claypool. They may be a little bit ahead of schedule, man. Maybe a little ahead of schedule, and that's pretty cool to see. Pretty cool. Sure. Putsy play. I couldn't pick out one play. I had to pick out 3. Aaron Rodgers, what are you doing? I mean, 2 interceptions at the goal line, and then he threw another one in the end zone as well. And then he short-armed number 83. Who the hell's number 83? I can't think off the top of my head right now. But he missed him, and he had him beat. That game was on Rodgers. And then the putts, again, he's a putz. He goes on his favorite show, Pat McAfee, and says, well, I'm back-to-back MVP. I know I can play well, like alluding to like other people can't play well. Dude, you played the shittiest game of your life against the Detroit Lions, which you even said you can't lose to that team. Aaron Rodgers is just pissing everybody off, including me. I can't stick up to this guy anymore. Yeah,
after a game like that, you would think that he would go on the show and say, this was a bad game for me.
Yeah, my fault. Right? My fault.
Yeah, because you mentioned some of the throws that he missed. The one where they ran the play where they had the eligible tackle go out there, and there was a trick play for the tackle to leak out and had the touchdown. The tackle was open. Like the play worked. Everyone executed except for Aaron Rodgers. He short-armed it.
He missed it by a good 7-8 yards.
Pathetic. Yeah, and that's the throw me and you can make, right? Absolutely. That wasn't a hard throw. So when you are missing those type of throws that people on their couch can make, you have to be accountable for yourself. You have to say, I messed this up. I'm doing wrong. And that's one of the things, like, not to make it a basketball podcast, but that's one of the things that I held against Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook, when he plays bad, instead of saying I played bad, he gets an attitude with the media.
Right.
He's like, bro, you went 0 for 11. Just saying you went 0 for 11 and that you played bad. Yeah. Like, and be accountable for what you did. And if you're accountable, we're more likely to be like, okay, I see this guy is struggling right now, but he has a track record of being great. We'll give you more leeway because we're saying, okay, everyone has a bad game. Everyone does this. We know that you're human. Cool. But once you go out there and act like you're not making mistakes, as if we didn't see you throw 3 interceptions, 2 in the red zone, we're going to be like, yo, what are you doing?
We all know that.
I'm with you, man. Aaron Rodgers is really out here and just not doing it, bro.
Sour grapes, man. Jeez, that guy's get with the
So P Shark's talking about Tennessee's defense. They were out there forever in that game for sure.
I know. And they still played well, held them to 9 points until the fourth quarter. That's a hell of a job they did right there. In Tennessee, they are, you want to call it overachieving, I don't know what. But glad Nikki's back just in the nick of time. How about that? Hey, what's up? We got Ryan. We're just talking about you, buddy. Can't wait to have you on next week, brother. It's going to be a beautiful thing. Glad you're in the house joining us. So, Nikki, we just went over a couple of the gutsy and putsy play calls, but you're just in time for D to take us to bragging rights and crow bites.
Yes. Okay. So if you are new to the show, this is the segment where we get to brag about something we got right throughout the season or the past week, and also eat a little bit of crow on something we got wrong or do last week or in previous weeks throughout the show.
What the hell is that?
That's the crow, man.
you definitely caught me off guard just now, Jason.
I know. That's my job.
What is that? Oh my God. I know my email was going off and I shut it off real quick, but oh my gosh.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Sorry.
So yes, as you can hear, there will be crow involved. So I like to start with the crow bites and wash it down with some bragging rights. And Nikki, since you've joined us back, why don't you start us off with what you're eating crow on this week?
Oh man, so I have to eat crow on the Bills. I was just like, oh yeah, the Jets, they're not even going to stand a chance. And I also said that the Bills would cover. I think it was 13. So that didn't happen if I remember correctly.
12 and a half, 13 points. Yep.
Yeah, that's a rough one right there. I'm right there with you. So I'll go ahead and go next. I definitely said that Buffalo was going to cover, that they were going to win. I put it up on my I got 5 on it bets of the week that I do for my 5-leg parlay. And Buffalo definitely let me down. And I thought for sure they were going to do it. They were up 11 at one point. I'm like, okay, this is good. And that was the one that didn't hit for me. So that definitely hurt on my 5-leg parlay. But I have to eat crow along with you. So I'm at the same table eating crow and Nikki there. All right, Jay, what are you eating crow on this week?
Yeah, well, you guys are going to leading me into my bragging rights in a little bit. But crow, dude, this was a killer, man. I mean, I pick games that, again, I picked the Commanders, the Falcons, the Raiders, the Bills, and the Rams to all win. They were all winning. They were killing it. They were up by double digits at most points in the fourth quarter, but they all lost by a field goal, except the Jaguars, who ended up beating the Raiders by a touchdown, which is no surprise. But we're talking about you just stole all these. I lost every one of those fucking games because the team that was winning could not hold on. Minnesota comes back. The Chargers come back after stripping the ball from that dude. I mean, that was ridiculous. We're talking about a putsy play over there. The Raiders suck. Josh Allen, we got to talk about when we get to that game because I don't even know if he's playing. He messed up his elbow big time, but that's not the reason why they lost. And the Rams, they blew it against. I mean, all of a sudden, Tom Brady looked like Tom Brady for about 13 and a half seconds, and they got down there and won. So, yeah, I got to eat crow on all that. I was right there, and they all disappointed me.
Yeah, nah, all those games, the Rams when I'm right there with you on eating crow on that one. First of all, people are going to concentrate on Tom Brady being the GOAT and having the drive to win the game. But the previous drive, the Rams needed one first down.
That's it.
One first down. And they decided to go out there and play ultra conservative and run the ball. And if you are Tennessee, I can see you doing that. You're like, we got Derrick Henry. We're known for running the ball good. We can make this first down with 3 runs. The Rams not only have the worst running game in the league right now, they have the worst running game of all time.
That's why they gave it. That's why they gave it to Cooper Kupp on that end around. He could have got a first down, but he slid in bounds.
Yeah, because he was overthinking it. He was like, "Let me make sure I don't go out of bounds." But if you get the first down, you still got a few more yards there and still slid in bounds.
Yeah.
But Cooper Kupp in that situation, can't blame him because he's not used to being in that situation as far as running the ball there. Like if you're passing the ball to Cooper Kupp, he's in the middle of the field. It's easy to catch it, just go down. Right. Do what you do. So I gotta blame Sean McVay in the offense for that because you put that defense right back out there.
I agree.
They just made a stop. They just got lucky, honestly, because Scotty Miller dropped the ball in the end zone in the previous possession. So you get lucky and you say, okay, we got lucky. Let's go ahead and try to put this away. But no, you put the defense right back out there. And that's just not cool. So I'm with you on that. I was wrong about the Rams as well. So I have to eat crow on that one as well.
Crazy.
So
I like his comment, D, real quick. I'm sorry the Rams has turned into the Lakers. Jesus. But we start talking about basketball, the Lakers, God. But go ahead, man. I like that comment.
No, that was funny. And now let's bring it around with the bragging rights. Let's start with you, Jay.
All right, bragging rights. I really didn't have a lot this week, as you guys will find out. But I did say, I went against you guys. I said the Jets were going to cover the 12.5. I did not think they were going to win the game. I'm not going to go that far, but I thought they would cover the 12.5. But I got to really dig it in this time, guys. All right, we're in week 10 now, and Tua has the highest QBR in the National Football League. What did I tell you before the season? He's going to be awesome. The Dolphins are going to be awesome. He's going to be able to throw the ball deep and this and that. And Jalen Waddle is really benefiting, not from just Tua, but Tyreek Hill. I mean, Waddle is getting these open looks all over the place. Last year, let me tell you something. Waddle was 103rd in yards after the catch. This year, third. Why? Tyreek Hill. That is the reason why. And he's making Tua better. And again, I have to brag. He's my quantum leap quarterback. And last year I shit the bed on it. Who the hell was my quantum? Oh, Sam Darnold. I fucked that one up. Jesus. So I feel like I got it right this time with Tua over here. I'm feeling really good about that.
No, that's a great call on Tua. That's one of my things I have to eat crow on all year. I was wrong. Tua Tagovailoa definitely came through and has been that quantum leap. He definitely has done that. I have to yell for him because I can't yell for my pick on Trevor Lawrence. So I have to go ahead and give it to him. So that was a great pick coming into the year on that one. For my bragging rights, I got to go with Detroit. I picked Detroit to win outright against Green Bay. Put it in my bets, and I put it in our 3rd and 3 parlay for Detroit plus 3.5. And that's one of the reasons that we were able to hit on that. So I have to brag on Detroit beating Green Bay outright. What are you bragging about this week, Nikki?
Cincy covering the 7 and then some. So hopefully you roll with me on that one. Yes.
We were talking about taking that game in our parlay. Hey, it worked out because we hit our parlay second time in 3 weeks. But yeah, we talked about taking that one too, even with the 7.5 point spread. They killed Carolina.
It was nuts. And for me, Joe Mixon, I have in one fantasy league, and I played against him in a different fantasy league. I got very lucky. Shout out to our man C. Henry from the Fellas Present Sports Rap podcast. He benched Joe Mixon, and when I tell you,
oh my God,
yes, in our real deal league, he benched Joe Mixon, and I was able to win that game because Kenyon Drake went off against my Saints. I came back on Monday night and won that game. So yes, I was
my God.
Yeah, I know that hurt him when he looked that up. But when I checked this, because I don't check fantasy until Sunday Night Football. Like I don't want to be on my phone all day, so I make myself not look at it until Sunday Night Football. And
it's
when
hard
I checked
to do.
it's hard to do. But I've trained myself. Like once I set it in the morning and I go ahead and put it down, I'm good. And I don't check it until Sunday Night Football. And I checked it and saw that Joe Mixon was on the bench for C. Hen. I was like, oh, this is a great day. Because like I said, in one league I started him, another league I was going against him. And I was truly scared I was going to have the worst, the best and worst of both worlds there. But got extremely lucky on that one.
I told you I did daily fantasy. I had Fields and Mixon on the same team. So obviously I brought home a couple of dollars. And who says, I hate the NFL, man. I hate Joe Mixon. Every time I get him off my team, he gets a lot of fantasy points. Yeah, I mean, 5 touchdown game, bro.
But Mixon's like that. He'll have 2 weeks where he does nothing. And then all of a sudden, I mean, I had him in my lineup. What did he get? Like 40 some odd points or something?
Yeah, he did. And that's Cincinnati's problem because they get too pass heavy. And now that Jamar Chase is out, they're realizing we need to use Joe Mixon more, you know?
Yeah.
But continue that when Jamar Chase comes back, and you'll be a much better balanced offense, I think.
We think. What do we know?
There we go. So we got all our bragging rights in?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, let's get an update on the competition over here. Well, first of all, we have to say, Parpay City, second time in 3 weeks. We gave you Detroit plus 3.5. We gave you the under in New England, Indianapolis, which hit by a landslide. And we got a little lucky. We said under in Jacksonville, Las Vegas, and we got it by 0.5 point. But you know what? It's a win. So damn, we got you, baby. And we're going to try to do it again for you. But we got to make our picks first. Before that, again, a quick update on the yearly thing that we're doing as far as the NFL team draft, which right now Nikki is in a commanding lead, 48 points or 48 wins. Damian in second with 41. And I'm way back there in 37. I need one of you guys to have like a lot of bye weeks right now because I need to catch up. Things got to happen over here. Houston's not getting me anywhere this bad. As far as our week 9 records, awesome for you two. Me, not so much. Barely over 500. But the two of you guys, all right, went 11-2.
Oh,
very
finally.
Very, very well done by both of you. The only problem is that Damian, Nikki triple locked. You double locked. He gets the win.
Yes.
Nikki, congrats. You got yourself out of that just one win. Now you're back in it with us all.
Back in it. We got a ball game, folks.
Yes, yes. And last but not least, the Freaky Fantasy Football Draft, Week 9 results. I had another really good week, guys. I had 147 points. I told you I had Mixon was on my team. Oh, man, where's the rest of it? I got to tell you guys right now. All right, so I had Geno, Mixon, Waddle. Gesicki didn't do anything in the Patriots defense. So I took it home again, 147. D, you had 75. Some of your key guys were, let me see real quick. You had Herbert, D-Hop got you some points, Kelsey, and that was Nikki. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And Damian, you had you started off great, but Hurts, Sanders, and AJ Brown, and then Hawkinson and the Chiefs didn't just get us enough. Like I said, I had a really good week. So again, we all got one, right thing. We all got one thing that we can hang our hat on over here so far.
Yep, for sure.
Love it. All right. Well, speaking of that, time to make our picks. Here we go. The bye teams this week are the Ravens, the Bengals, 2 from the AFC North and 2 from the AFC East, and the Patriots and the Jets. So let us make our picks. Here we go. The first game we're going to go to, ladies and gentlemen, let me see. What do we got? Atlanta, Carolina, Thursday night. Okay, so this is one of those I don't want to watch Thursday nights, but I'm forced to because it's football, and we have to make a pick because of it. So Atlanta, 4-5, going to Carolina, 2-7. Second time they're playing in 3 weeks. Again, that last game was crazy between the two of them, with DJ Moore taking his helmet off where they could have won the game. So you got to say they're kind of even. That game is in Atlanta. So, Damian, this is a tough one to pick right here.
It is, for sure. It's Thursday night, division rivalry. You mentioned that last game was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Atlanta, 24-17. I don't see another Hail Mary to DJ Moore happening. So I'm gonna go Atlanta to win this one, but in a good game.
All right.
As good as it can be with these two teams.
Yeah, it'll be as good as you can get, right? It'll be interesting to say the least. We'll see. What I think PJ Walker is starting. He got his starting job back, So we'll see. Nikki, what do you think in this game? Carolina's the home team, but clearly not the better team.
No, they're not, but I feel like they're going to pull out a win just because I feel like Atlanta needs some more out of the passing game from Mariota. So I'm going to go Carolina 24-21. However, not confidently at all.
I'm not confident either, but I think because they're home, I'm liking the home teams again on Thursday night, even though it doesn't always pan out, obviously. But because they played such a close game last time, I feel like maybe Carolina can edge it out in their running game. Yeah. Atlanta's got a good running game too. Look, Cordero Patterson is back now, and he's oh my God, is that guy a beast? What a football player he is, man. Unbelievable. But no, Nikki, I got to agree with you. I'm going to go Carolina in a weird 19-16 game. I don't think we see a whole lot of scoring, but I do like Carolina. I'm with you on that one. Let's go to our game in Munich, Germany, the first time ever. And of course, it's Tom Brady going over there, the golden boy of the NFL, to take on the new golden boy in the Northwest over there, Geno Smith, man. I mean, like a top 5 quarterback this year. They're 6-3. Tampa Bay is 4-5. Seattle's been playing much better football. But I don't know, Nikki, does Tampa Bay build off that steam that they had at the end of the game against the Rams and kind of pick it up, have a good week of practice, and show up? What do you think?
I think Nikki has to come back real quick.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't even see that. I was looking at a different screen. My apologies. Well, Damian, let's go to you, brother. What do you think?
I'm going to go with Seattle in this one. Now, I am a little hesitant because Seattle's making the longest trip in NFL history.
Yeah.
So it's something that, you have to worry about a little bit of jet lag there. We talk about it with, West Coast teams going to the East Coast and vice versa. This time we have a West Coast team going to Germany. So that's definitely, an extreme, case of jet lag that could be there.
I wonder if they'll go the other way. You think they'll go You think they'll go west instead? That might be a better route.
It might be. I know technically it's the longest trip in history for the NFL, Seattle to Germany. Yeah. So that scares me a little bit, but Tampa Bay has been so horrible. I'm going to go with Seattle to win this one 21-10.
Yeah, 21-10. Okay, so that's a pretty comfortable game right there. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I got Seattle also, and I think they win this game 23-17. They're just a better team right now. They're clicking better. Geno Smith is playing with ultimate confidence, so why not? Wow, it'd be amazing. They go 7-3. we'll get Nikki's picks as she comes back in. She's a busy woman. She's multitasking right now. So we'll make sure we get all our picks in. But this next game, D, we got Minnesota 7-1 versus Buffalo 6-2. But again, we talked about Josh Allen elbow problems. I don't know if he's going to play. If he does, how well is he going to play? So the game's in Buffalo. I'm really torn between this one. But if Josh Allen doesn't play, Buffalo's got no shot. Case Keenum's not going to be their offense. They don't have a running game that they can rely on. So I'm going to take the safe pick here right now and take Minnesota and take them to win the game 24-21 because I think that Buffalo can still muster. Yeah, they got Stephon Diggs. They got Isaiah McKenzie, Gabriel Davis. So they can still make plays with Case Keenum. He's not a slouch, but I can see Dalvin Cook having a big day over here. So I got to take Minnesota right now. But if Josh Allen does play, I may change my mind. So subject to change, but I'm going Minnesota right now. What do you think?
I'm just not a believer in Minnesota.
Neither am I.
They're 7-1, and it might sound crazy, but I don't care how much jewelry you put on Kirk Cousins on the plane. I'm still not going to be a Minnesota believer. So I'm gonna go Buffalo. But like you said, if Josh Allen doesn't play, I think he's going to play his listed day to day.
Right.
So with somebody like Josh Allen being, the massive human being and tough guy that he is, I think he will play. And hopefully he's okay to make the same throws that he normally makes. But even if he's not able to, you could use him as a battering ram, and he can run. So I'm gonna go Buffalo 24-17 in this one.
Okay, so you're sticking with Buffalo in this one, and I hear you. There's still a very, very good team with a very good defense, even though they didn't show it at sometimes. And blah blah blah. Yeah, I know. Fade away. Yeah, we might actually have to skip that culture. It is Jeff Saturday's debut, so I guess we'll have to talk about it. Nikki, in this last game, Minnesota and Buffalo, it's Minnesota on the road in Buffalo. Josh Allen questionable right now. I took Minnesota to be safe. Damian says that he thinks Josh Allen's going to be in there, so he's going with Buffalo. What do you think?
Josh Allen said he's going to play through the pain in his elbow injury. So granted, that's today, and we'll see how he feels on Sunday. But if he's going to play, I'm going to take Buffalo. I'll go 34-24. So I would lock that in if he plays.
Okay.
If he doesn't play, I will change it.
We're going to go with
you're locking it in against Minnesota?
Yeah, she got confidence.
Yeah, they're pissed. If Josh Allen plays, that they're pissed and they're coming back.
No, they're definitely coming in.
Mad Stephon Diggs revenge game. Yeah.
Well, they are definitely a better team than Minnesota, all around for them. But Minnesota, look, 7-1 very quietly. Nikki, before we move on to the next one, we went to the game in Munich, Germany, where Seattle 6-3 against Tampa 4-5. D and I both like Seattle in this game. What do you think?
No, I'm going to take Tampa.
Okay.
So are you making that pick based off of the trip? I talked about how this is the longest trip in history that Seattle's making as far as NFL teams from Seattle to Germany.
I mean, I really think that will be a factor, but I just feel like Tampa Bay felt like themselves for a hot second. I think they're feeling it a little bit after last week. So I think they'll slow down Geno Smith and this, resurgent Seahawks, wherever they decided to come from.
That's what I was asking you before. You had to, take a quick break.
It's hard this full disclosure is very hard to do a show in the middle of a work day. So
I know.
I'm sorry that I keep hopping off.
It's okay. God bless you. Multitasking. All right, let's keep going. We have an NFC North battle over here with the 2-6 Lions going into Chicago to take the Bears. 3-6 right now. Justin Fields is playing out of his mind. They have a confidence on that team, even though they're definitely depleted on defense. But so is Detroit, even though you wouldn't know it after they kicked the shit out of Green Bay. But nevertheless, I'm going to take Chicago in this game. I'm going to take them to win pretty easily, 33-16. So that means I'm locking this in, Damian.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I'm gonna go Chicago. I think it's a good game. No, I'm going 27-23.
Okay, so you got more of a closer game than I do, obviously. Nikki, what do you think? Is it a trifecta?
It is. Did you guys know the Bears, they have the top rushing offense, obviously, thanks to Justin Fields, but he averages 102 yards per game, and the Lions have the 31st ranked run defense. So
that's a disaster. Think about David Montgomery and Khalil Herbert getting in on the mix too.
Yeah.
They're going to run for over 250.
Yeah, they're going to go ham. So
that's why I feel comfortable locking it in. I definitely do. And I'm going to lock this next game in, guys. Let me go first. Kansas City versus Jacksonville. fucking Lees. There is no way Kansas City is losing this game. They are going to demolish Jacksonville 38-20. Lock it in, D.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm locking it in. Kansas City 27, Jacksonville 13. Clink, clink. Lock it in.
Clink, baby. He's first lock. Nikki, will this be your second lock?
It will be my second lock. I have Kansas City 38, Jacksonville 24.
Trifecta freaking city. Hold on, let me see something. Oh, no, you guys didn't pick the same game so far. Last week you picked the same exact games. The week before, it was just one difference. It's amazing you two share a brain. It's very obvious. This week, a little bit different. I like what I'm seeing. Okay. Yo, this next game is very interesting because Cleveland, I feel like, is better than their 3-5 record. But that's what they are. And Bill Parr says you are what your record says you are. Miami is 6-3. We talked about them. They are playing fantastic right now. But even with the addition of Bradley Chubb, Nikki, kind of worried about that defense. Not that Cleveland's a juggernaut, but they can run the ball. And we saw that Miami let up a whole bunch of rushing yards last week. So Cleveland has a chance to pull out the upset over here. Am I crazy?
No, you're not crazy. I feel like this is going to be the shootout game of the week. I don't know. Both teams. Yeah, well, they both average like 24 points a game. So I do think that Miami wins it. I have it 38-33, but I really could see Cleveland doing something here.
They could.
So I feel like we might get an over on our bets later for that one.
I like the over. It's 48.
I got a lot of best bets. That's one of them, baby. We're going to talk.
Yeah, I like the over.
Okay. I like Miami in this game as well. I didn't have it as high scoring, but I feel like now I have to go to my notepad here. Scratch it out.
Change up the score?
Yeah, I'm changing up the score. I'm going to go Miami 30-27.
I like it because I'm all the way up there. I'm 33-27. So I'm loving that, loving the over and all that stuff. And 33-27, the line is 5 in that game. Little teaser over there. Little teaser for you guys. All right, let's get to the next one over here. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. Yes, perfect timing. Moving along to Nikki's game. Nikki, you take it away. You got the 1-6-1 Houston Texans coming to the Giants after a bye week. Let's see how Brian Dable does after the bye week. They are 6-2. Clearly the better team. Do they hiccup over here?
No. I mean, hey, Kenny Galladay's coming back, so everybody's getting excited for that. Like, let's see what he can do. I would just love any wide receiver out there. No, I mean, Houston has a horrible run defense. I don't anticipate that that's going to just change on Sunday. So I think Saquon's going to have a big day. I think Danny Dimes and his wheels are going to have a big day. You know, I usually don't lock in my own team, but I'm going to lock the Giants in.
Good for you.
23-13.
Good for you. I'm locking them in also. If they are for real and expected to be for real, they should handle this team no problem. So I'm going with a 30-14 score. I think that they run all over the place, and I am also locking
30. Oh, I haven't seen that in a couple years.
Houston, they suck. You know, I'm sure Saquon can do exactly what Derrick Henry did to them and rush for 200 yards and a couple of touchdowns, you know. Yeah. So, that's my third lock already. I'm done with my locks, Steve. So we both got the Giants. We're both locking them in. I don't think you're locking them in, but it sounds like you're going G-Men.
Yeah, I'm not locking it in, but I am going G-Men. The Giants are the better team, but they just tend to win games close. And that's, like what does seem like that's what they do. So I'm gonna go with a weird score. I'm going 18-13 Giants.
Oh,
I love the weird scores. I love the weird scores. All right. 18-13 Giants. Beautiful. All right, moving along to our next game over here. We got your team, D. So you're going to start it off. New Orleans, disappointing loss on Monday night. Didn't really look good. I'm not trying to dig it in. It's just unfortunate right now.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
I know. Yeah, we all pick Baltimore, so, we're just being real with it. So New Orleans going to Pittsburgh, who is 2-6. This is a really hard game to make heads or tails of, bro. I'm not sure here.
Well, for the first time in a while, I think that the Saints are the better team in this one. So I am going to pick the Saints to beat Pittsburgh. I'm going to go 17-13 Saints.
Yeah, I'm smelling low scoring in this game also. I'm kind of with you. Nikki, what do you think?
I do have the Saints winning. No, I have it 24-22. I don't think it's,
close.
Yeah, I think it's close because you know what? Pittsburgh plays really good off the bye. Not that I think they're the better team. It's just like Mike Tomlin just gets them revved up or something. I don't know. But I do think the Saints pull this out.
And they still have a tough defense. And Chris Olave is doing good things, but they're very Alvin Kamara-centric. So I do have worry about that. But this is a really hard game for me to pick. I really went back and forth. But I said, you know what? I'm going to go with the home team, and I'm certainly not confident about it, but I have it a low-scoring game also. I have Pittsburgh 17-14.
Okay.
So
Pittsburgh winning.
Yeah, I'm going to go Lone Ranger on this one. I think maybe Najee Harris can have a good game, and I think the defense for Pittsburgh can make enough plays. But I'll be honest, D, I'm rooting for you. I really am. I don't care if I'm wrong in the game. I'm rooting for you, bro. So I appreciate
it. Yeah, we still, I say, because the NFC South is so bad, it's one of those weird years where we suck, but we still have hope.
You're still there. It's not over yet.
That matters.
It ain't over yet. That division is pathetic. So, they're only one game behind. That's it. Or a game and a half if you want to include the tiebreaker, but whatever.
Yeah. We root for each other's teams right now, but in a few weeks, if,
I know.
All our teams, it's going to be a different story.
Could be fighting for 4, 5, 6, 7. Who knows what it's going to be? Who knows? For sure. Oh, I can't wait to talk about that. The playoff scenarios coming up, making our mid-season or late season predictions. That'll be fun. This next game is not going to be fun to watch if you like offense. That is Denver at 3-5 versus Tennessee at 5-3. I don't know where the points are going to come from, so you already know I love the under in this game, guys. I'll kick it off by saying Tennessee is definitely the better team right now. I think their defense is just about as good as Denver's. They're really close, but their offense is better. They are playing at home, so we'll take Tennessee 23-16 to win this game, Nikki.
I'll take Tennessee too. I think Derrick Henry has himself a nice day. I think that Mike Vrabel is a miles better of a head coach than Can't Hack It. What do I have? 23-14.
Yeah, Vrabel's a great coach. I think that's, lost somewhere in this whole dynamic. And Nathaniel Hackett that's a great point on coaching alone. And again, we know what Vrabel did last year, Damian, with 91 players who were even on COVID or injured reserve or whatever it was, still got the number 1 seed. So that guy's a hell of a coach, man. But we got Tennessee hosting Denver this week, and Denver pull out a miracle, D.
I think they can. I'm going with the upset.
Really?
I'm going Denver to beat Tennessee in this one. Denver's defense is very, very good. It gets lost. They're the second best defense in the league.
Yeah, they're great.
Tennessee, I don't know if Ryan Tannehill is coming back, but that offense, is very, very Derrick Henry dependent. And I think that this is the game where Derrick Henry is still going to have a good game. Don't get me wrong, but it's not going to be able to do enough by himself to win. So I have Denver 17, Tennessee 15.
Very interesting points you made there. I like that. Yeah, I can see this game going either way now that you said that. Shoot. Very good. That's why you're on the show, man. You know your shit. I love it. All right, let's go to the next one. Oh, the game that we're not supposed to talk about, the Colts.
It's going to be the best game of the week, I bet. It's probably going to be a wild, crazy game.
It's going to be sick. It'll probably be the best game of the whole week. It's crazy. Jeff Saturday will win like every coach's challenge. It'll be nuts. We'll see him dancing in the locker room after. I don't know, man. Look, both these teams stink. But when it comes down to even though Derek Carr is not playing great quarterback right now, he's better than Sam Ellinger, Damian. So it's not all about the quarterback, but Indy just seems to be falling apart before our eyes. 3-5-1, and Vegas ain't any better. They're 2-6. This is a tough game, man. What do you got?
I'm going Colts. I think that Jeff Saturday wins his debut. It's just built for that. All the criticism, everybody coming down there for hiring Jeff Saturday is just made for them to win this game. So I'm going Colts in a very weird game. I'm going 13-12.
And look at this. And Fat Boy Fadeaway saying, I like the Raiders now without McDaniels fired. Okay. All right. With McDaniels fired. He clarified himself. Yeah. So he wants him fired. So I don't know if that's going to happen this week. May have to wait a little bit more if he gets the Frank Wright treatment. But all right. You like Indy in this game. I have no reason to pick Vegas. I don't. They just keep losing and losing and losing. But I don't see where the Jonathan Taylor's still banged up. I don't know if he's going to play. And Elliott can't complete a pass. But can the Raiders defense step up? Nikki, I don't know. I still haven't made a decision. You go. I don't know.
I'm just going to go based on talent. And the Raiders have a little bit more talent. So go Raiders 27, Indy 18.
I mean, look,
You have Carr and Devontae Adams, and like I just don't understand why they're such a bad team.
They gotta play in the second half. They keep blowing big giant leads. They're not finishing it out. And Derek Carr even said in his press conference, he's like, "We have to realize the game isn't over at fucking halftime. You gotta keep playing." So maybe they do, and I think just again shows that Josh McDaniels is a crappy coach. So fade away. I'm with you on that one, but
he is a crappy coach. He can't. How many times has he tried this now?
Yeah, and this will be the last. I don't think he'll get another head coaching opportunity after this. He is a coordinator, and that's where he belongs. And that's not even a knock on him. No problem. You're great at something. Do what you're great at, not what you're like half-ass good at. No,
there's some people who are just great coordinators and really can't handle being a head coach. It might be Dennis Allen as well. Like he's a great defensive coordinator.
Right. I think about guys like Monty Kiffin, Jim Johnson from the Eagles, like lifetime Dick LeBeau from the Steelers. Like they knew their place. Like, this is what I do. I'm a Wink Martindale. I mean, Wade Phillips. Like these guys.
And that's the thing. You can make a lot of money. Romeo Cornell, somebody who was a great coordinator. Yeah, you can make a lot of money doing that.
No doubt. We'll see. We'll see. But Nikki, I'm going to go with Vegas, and really no rhyme or reason except that I feel if it came down to it, they have a better offense, and that's the only reason. That's really the only reason.
That's my only reason.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that one over there. All right, let's keep rumbling through as we're getting close. We only have a few games left to pick. Dallas, Green Bay. I'll kick it off. Green Bay is 3-6 at home. Dallas 6-2 coming off a bye. They're healthy. They got to get Michael Gallup going a little bit. Their running backs seem to be good to go. I think Zeke is all right, but even so, Tony Pollard. Green Bay is shit. We've seen them lose week in and week. I cannot pick them. I got to go with Dallas, and I'm going to go Dallas. And not the biggest scoring game. It's going to be something like 23-14. But I like Dallas a lot because of their defense in this game, Nikki.
Yeah. I mean, I would love Green Bay to hand the Cowboys a loss, but I just don't see that happening. So I will go Dallas 27, Green Bay 21.
Okay. So maybe a little bit more of a competitive game. D, trifecta, or are you going to shock the world?
Nah, this is a try. Dallas is going to win this one, and you can lock it in for me.
Okay.
28-17, Dallas.
Gutsy lock on the road. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Next, NFC West, Arizona Cardinals 3-6, LA Rams 3-5. Talk about a Super Bowl freaking hangover. This is ugly. Again, it's the Cooper Kupp show in LA. It's the DeAndre Hopkins show in Arizona. Which one's going to shine more? Probably because the Rams have a better defense. I'll go with them. I'll take the Rams in this game. And it'll be about a score of, I would say, it's going to be close, 23-20. Kyler Murray has enough magic in him to make it a game, but I think the Rams overall are better. SoFi, is that even a home field advantage? I don't know. But again, give me the Rams, D.
Yeah, usually you would think that, a team with a strong fan base, like the Cardinals do have a pretty good fan base, but they've been sucking this year. So I don't know how many fans are going to make that trip to LA for this one. So this one's going to be weird as far as the environment. So I'm going to go with the Rams to win this one. I'm going to go 14-10 LA Rams.
Oh, very low scoring. Oh, I smell a parlay over there. That could be a parlay. What up, Nathan? Yo, we appreciate that, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. All right, Nikki, trifecta, or are you going to break it?
No, I'm going to go Rams 28, Cardinals 24. And can we effectively say whoever loses this game, I know nobody's mathematically eliminated, but playoff chances are probably.
Yeah, we can add it to other podcasts do like scratch offs where they're like, we no longer have to talk about this team seriously. Like we can do that. Like this whoever loses this game is no longer in the conversation.
I think that's fair. I think neither one of them are going to be in the conversation even in a few weeks from now, no matter what. But we can look because they're both so bad that whoever loses this game is that much worse. So I'm with you. I get it. I freaking get it. All right, 2 games left. We have our Sunday night game, which is my game. The 49ers hosting the Chargers. The Niners are favored by 7 points, and for good reason. Christian McCaffrey against one of the worst run defenses in the league. I've been hearing rumors on the radio today about Sean Payton being linked to the Chargers already because of Brandon Staley being the worst. So give me 49ers all day. They're going to run for over 200 yards in this game. It's going to make Garoppolo's job a hell of a lot easier. And, I think we're going to really pound them, 31-14. I love the Niners in this game. Love the Niners, Damian.
Yeah, I love the Niners as well. Not to that tune, but I'm gonna go 27-17 49ers.
Okay. Hey, I'll take it. That's a nice 10-point victory right there, and that's covering the spread. Nikki, what do you think?
Oh, yeah, I think San Fran covers. I think it's 7. I have it 30-20.
Yep. See, all right. Well, I love it. We all got them covering. Beautiful thing. Monday night, we go to our last undefeated team hosting the Washington Commanders, who are 4-5. Philly 8-0. These said they were going to win this game as well. So you sticking to your guns?
Oh, yes, sir. I'm sticking to it. And they win. I'll definitely come in bragging next week because my prediction to start the year was Eagles go 9-0 to start. So I definitely got to I got to stick with it. I'm going Philadelphia 27-14, and my last lock is Philadelphia.
All right. That was a great prediction, man. I mean,
yeah, it really was.
A great prediction. I mean, to really go over the schedule and break it down like that's pretty awesome.
Oh, thank you so
Nathan, always with his Cowboys, man. Well, quick question before we move on. Do you guys think that Odell will go to the Dallas? Do you think Dallas is the front runner for him right now?
Shut up. I don't want to talk about it.
Think you don't want to hear
it does make sense.
Come home.
They need a weapon. They need a weapon, and they're a good team. I think the addition of a healthy Odell really does help them out a lot, especially against Philadelphia.
Yeah, man. I think it would be a beautiful thing. Do you guys realize that every Dallas Cowboy former player is in the broadcast booth? Troy Aikman, Moose Johnson, or doing analysts like Keyshawn Johnson.
Conspiracy. They have to get the most annoying people.
Yeah.
In the booth.
I'll say Michael Irvin acting a fool on First Take.
Yes, absolutely. It's out of control. But let's finish it out. Nikki, what do you think? Philly remain undefeated?
Ugh, yeah.
Yes, I say the same thing. Philly remains undefeated. Washington might give them a little problem in the first half, but by the second half, they'll take it over. But the second quarter is Philly's quarter, so look for them to score like 14 to 17 points there. But I like Philly to win this game pretty comfortably, 30-17. So that is our games locks. Got to get the best bets right now to close out the segment over here. So let's do that. We have our picks in. I'm going to give you guys a few. I wrote down more than a few, but let me go through it kind of quickly. You tell me to stop if you like one of these, okay? And then we'll go to yours. Seahawks +3 over the Bucks. Do you like that?
I do, but I know Nikki picked the Bucks.
Oh, that's right. Nikki picked it. That's right. I got the Giants minus. I'm going to go through. You tell me when to stop. Giants -5 over the Texans. Chiefs -9.5 over Jacksonville. I like a lot of favorites. You like that?
I like that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like a lot of favorites this week. I like the Dolphins 3.5 over Cleveland, even though I said Cleveland may give them a problem. I really like the Broncos Titans under. I know it's very low at 38.5, but that tells me all I need to know. This is going to be a very low scoring game. Lions Bears. I like the over. I like the over. 40.5. Two more. I just want to hear if you guys like any of these.
We should just pick against the spread. You're going through the whole slate.
No, not the whole thing. I'm giving you what I like. The last one I like is the over in the 49ers Chargers game, 45.5. I just wanted to hear if you guys liked any of those. And so far I'm hearing Broncos Titans maybe and Chiefs over Jacksonville. What do you got, D?
I do like the Broncos Titans under. The app I'm using is saying 37.5 for Broncos Titans. I still like it because it's such a low scoring game for me.
Me too.
Also, I like the under. Kansas City, Jacksonville over set at 50.5. That's really high. Now, Kansas City, could go crazy and score like 40 points would ruin it. But if they just happen to blow them out and go like I have it 27-13, that's only 40 points. So I like the under in that one. I like the under.
I'm with you. I'm scared that Kansas City would go off and score 40 by himself. They can do that against Jacksonville's defense. That's what would scare me.
So that's what makes me kind of scared of that one. Another one I like, Colts +5.5 against Vegas. Even if you have Vegas winning, why would they win by more than 5.5? Right?
I like that. That.
So I like Indy +5.5, and I like the under of 42.5 in that game. You got Colts have a good defense. The Raiders are known for scoring, but then just stop scoring, and the Colts can't score. So I like the under in that one of 42.5.
I like that. Too.
Also, I love Dallas -5 only. I know they're on the road, but Green Bay sucks. It doesn't the home field advantage only matters if you're good. Like the Saints have a great home field advantage. It doesn't matter this year because we suck. Like you have to, your home field advantage has to matter when you actually play well. So Green Bay's great home field advantage is null and void this year. So give me Dallas -5. So for the ones that I like the most, I like Seattle +3, but we're not going to do that one because I know Nikki's picking Tampa Bay.
He's got Tampa.
But Colts +5.5 and the under in that game of 42.5. Dallas -5, and I love the under in the Saints-Pittsburgh game is 40.5. I like the under in that one.
I like that too. Yeah. I like the under in Steelers, New Orleans also. All right, Nikki, what do you got? Let's see if we can come to some common ground over here.
So I have San Fran to cover the 7. I like the over in Dallas, Green Bay. And I like the under in Giants, Houston at 39.5.
What's the over in what's the over under Dallas?
43.5.
What if Dallas shuts them down though? Like if Green Bay only scored 9 against Detroit, they're going to score -9 against Dallas.
I can see like Green Bay just not scoring at all, like having like a really bad. I have them scoring. What score I had for that one? 7. I had 28-17, but I could honestly see Green Bay just really shitting the bed.
Yeah, like I really can't do.
Yeah,
I have it 27-21.
Yeah, I can. Like I said, I'm not like poo-pooing that prediction, but I can see Green Bay just having a horrible offensive game.
Yeah, me too. I could see him being terrible. Like for real. I mean, what have they shown us over the past month and a half? Absolutely nothing. And now they're going up against the top 3 defense in the league. Come on.
And that O-line, I can see Michael Parsons maybe having 2.5, 3 sacks.
Shoot.
Then I can just see Aaron Rodgers making something out of nothing happen, and all of a sudden he just decides this is the game he's going to go off.
Wow.
That's the thing. We've been waiting for that for like was it 5 straight losses now? We've been waiting for.
He's going to be pissed one of these weeks, and he's just going to go off some way, somehow.
I need to see it against.
Yeah, I don't see it against Dallas. I think.
Listen, I'm not like beholden to it. You guys asked me. You guys threw out half the whole slate.
I know. We're gonna get a lot of options.
Like nothing to pick from. New rule. Like this, we should just pick against the spread. Like.
Well, we do this every time anyway.
I know, but we went from like giving 1 bet to 2 to 3. Now you guys are giving like 7 each. Like,
I want to hear what you like.
I want to give you options to choose from for our parlay. That's why.
Lots of options. Like
I say, ladies, it's ladies' choice, and we're just giving you options.
There you go. That's what it's all about. We're being chivalrous gentlemen over here. Nikki, do you like the Chiefs -9.5 over Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Okay, I say that's
like that one. So you can put that one officially in the parlay.
All right, so Kansas City -9.5. Another one that I think we all like was Broncos Titans under.
Yeah, it's very low. I don't know if there's another under. Maybe we like a little more. Like the Colts Raiders 42.5. Do you like that one more than the Broncos one?
I like them about even. I would go with Colts Raiders under 42.5. Okay. What do you think, Nikki?
Sure.
No. Yes. No. Yeah,
I think they're both equal, so I don't think it really matters which one you pick.
So Indy, Vegas, under.
Do you guys want to go with a 4-leg parlay this week?
I guess so, because we have so many options.
We have lots of options.
So we can put Colts Raiders and the Broncos game in there for the unders.
Want to do 2 unders?
Yeah.
What about the Chargers and Niners over? I think, again, there's going to be a lot of.
I thought we had that in there already. Didn't we all agree on that one?
Do we agree on Chargers Niners 45.5?
You're talking about over under. Oh, I thought you meant cover. I said I like them to cover.
I kind of like them to cover too. It's a lot. 7 points is a lot, but
yeah, I do. But I like them to cover because they could run the ball so well. I like them to cover that and be able. They get a lead, they're gonna be able to hold on to it. It's not like you're gonna be scared of the Chargers coming back.
Yeah.
So we can make that our. So do you want to make it the over under or you want to do the spread?
Spread.
You want to do this? I'm okay with I think they're going to beat the shit out of the Chargers, so I'm okay with going -7. I know it's a big line, but I'm all right with that.
Okay, so for our official parlay, we're going to go bold this week and do a 4-leg parlay. We're going to go Kansas City -9.5. The under for Colts Raiders at 42.5. The under for Broncos Colts, or no, is it Broncos? Who's the
Broncos Titans?
Titans.
Oh, Titans. So Broncos Titans, the under is 37.5 or 38, depending on what app you're using. And then we're using San Francisco -7.
I like it. Nikki, you feel good with that?
Feel good.
All right, then that's it. We're plugging it in.
Hey, we hit a 4-leg parlay.
Did it? Oh man, you
gotta come to it. You gotta tell everybody on YouTube right now. Tell your friends.
Yeah.
About the parlay. All right.
That's right. Because 2 out of the last 3 weeks we made you some money. Let's see what Alexander's got over here. No Devontae, no winning. Rodgers should stick to the dabble check commercials. And what's Jacob got? 3-game team. He likes the Chiefs with a teaser. Okay, 2.5. Vikings +13.5. And Giants. That's a pretty good teaser, actually.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's advanced
Jacob,
right there.
well
I say that's advanced betting stuff right there.
Yeah,
That
really,
is.
Jacob. Calm down.
Jacob, that 3-game teaser, is it 10 points or 6 points that you can sway if you can tell me quick? Nikki, do you know the Giants play next week, not this week?
Oh, next week I think it's the Lions.
The Lions,
This week
okay.
it's the Texans. I think it's Detroit next week.
Because Alex was asking who it is. I think you might be right because okay.
Yeah, it's the
3-game
Texans
teaser, I like
this
that.
week, and then Detroit next week.
It's 6.5. He can move it. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad, Jacob. I like that. That's pretty good. Good luck, man. Good luck. But if you want to win some real money, then go with ours as well.
Yeah. We've been doing pretty good on the parlays. I mean, if you're new, call it a parlay instead of a parlay because we get you paid. All right.
That's right. I love that. You're a genius, Damien.
We do well with it. We just turn it into a betting show if we hit. If we hit this week,
Why not? Why not? Everybody's going to become. We'll get a hell of a lot of freaking viewers with that shit. If they make us money, yeah, let's talk to them. Sounds good. All right, last piece of business is the Freaky Fantasy Football Draft Week 10. We're going to get to it right now. I did win last week, so I get to pick the order. I'm going to keep going first. So I'll go first. Nikki, this time you'll go second. Damien will go third. I'm going to go ahead and make my first pick, and some bitch, Justin Fields is going to kick the shit out of Detroit.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh, did you get sweat?
He definitely swiped me. Oh.
I knew. That's why I decided to go first. I knew that somebody was going to pick him against Detroit. I'm like, nope, he's mine. He's mine. Done.
No,
So
that's
I
a
got
great pick.
Fields. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, Nikki. Anybody you want? Well, not anybody, but anybody you haven't picked yet.
Is Debo coming back?
That's a great question.
I think he's still questionable, huh?
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be safe. Let me see. Let me try to get the latest on his injury over here.
No, it's all right. Don't
Well,
worry.
he returned to practice.
Hmm.
If you want to put Debo in now, we can audible.
No, so we always can change it.
All right. I'll put him in now. I'll change it if I have to.
Yep, that's perfect. We've done that plenty of times, so there's no reason to stop now. All right, D, you get 2 picks.
All right, since you took Justin Fields, I'm going to go with my running back and think about my quarterback a little bit longer. Give me David Montgomery this week.
All right, that's a good one.
That was my plan. I was like, he's going to put me third. I can take Justin Fields, David Montgomery back to back.
Nope.
Got you.
From me. All right,
Right.
and I haven't
That's
picked
why
this
they
tight
call
end
it
yet, so I'm going to go with Travis Kelce against Jacksonville.
Oh, you haven't had Kelsey yet, huh?
Nice.
Okay. That's a really good one. He can go, whoa, he can go off, man. Wow. All right. Nikki, you got my boy Debo. Who else you going for?
I will let's see.
Let us see, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what I want to do.
That's all right. None of us do. We just try to figure it out as we go along.
I know. I really don't know what I want to do. Yeah, give me Tony Pollard.
Okay. All right. Going against Green Bay this week, the Swiss cheese defense that they've become. All right. I'm going to go with Christian McCaffrey. Our boy. My boy, my new boy over there. And wow, they're going against Washington this week. Give me AJ Brown. Oh, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you guys again. It's gonna be 3 weeks in a row. You're done.
No, I took AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts like week 3. So
did it work out that week? Probably did, right? No,
it didn't. It took them like a couple weeks to get going, or it was week 2. I took them something stupid early.
They're killing it now. That's for sure. I already took Hurts 1 week. Did I? Yeah, I think I took Hurts 1 week, but no, Fields, love it. All right, I got Fields, McCaffrey, AJ Brown. Nikki, you're up now. You got Pollard and Debo.
Yeah, let me.
What up,
this is super risky, but I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna take Daniel Jones.
Okay, no, they're going against Houston. I think it's a pretty good pick.
For my own sanity, I don't like to do that. I picked him, I locked him, I like the under. I have him as quarterback. Like that's.
No, it's nice, right? Because now you're in a position where I used to be. Now you feel like you should pick your team every week. They have a chance every week to win.
Yeah.
Now I'm in your position where I'm like, I should pick against my team every week.
Yeah, right.
So we all picked our running back, so it's okay to say I was gonna pick Barkley this week, but
probably a good week to do. I already took him, so I can't.
The Chargers defense is so bad against the run. Like McCaffrey's gonna just go nuts.
No, that's about to say, yeah, McCaffrey's a great pick there.
All right, D, you get 2 picks now.
All right, so I'm gonna go with Dak Prescott against Green Bay.
Okay.
And I like that. I'm gonna take Chris Olave one of the few homer things I could do now.
Ooh, okay.
Chris Olave against Pittsburgh.
That's a legit pick right there. Okay, so you got a pretty good team so far. You just got to go for your defense. Nikki, you need a tight end and defense.
Hey, give me Cole Kmet. He seems to be a little red hot.
Oh, you got me. I was going to pair him up with Fields. Damn it.
Swipe.
I was going to pair him up with Fields. You got me, Nikki. Tricky Nikki gets in the house doing her thing. Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to have to double up. You know what? All that running is going to open up for George Kittle, so I'll take Kittle for my tight end. And my defense, I will take the Titans against the Broncos this week. So that's my team. I'm done. Nikki, you got your defense to go. You got Daniel Jones, Marcus Pollard, my boy Deebo Samuel, and Cole Kmet, who you blocked for me. So now, who are you going on defense?
It's getting rough for me on defense, but
rough at tight end.
Yeah, I'll take the Steelers this week.
Nikki always swiping. Courtney knows what's up.
Yeah, I swiped him like 3 times in the Real Deal League.
I love it. Nikki, you said who? I'm sorry.
Steelers.
Oh, that's interesting. Against Damian Saints. All right.
I'm about to say I'm not mad, especially if TJ Watt is rumored he may be back. It's not official.
Right,
so
right.
If he comes back, I could definitely see him getting, a forced fumble, return for 6, something like that happening against us. So that's a good.
Could happen. Andy Dalton likes to throw the other team sometimes, so I wouldn't be
Sure.
surprised. All right, D, you got Dak, you got Montgomery, you got Chris Olave, you got Travis. Very nice team so far. Kelsey at tight end. Who is your defense?
I'm gonna go with Seattle. I think they go over to Germany and have a really good game against Tampa Bay.
Okay, I dig it. All right, so to recap, D, you got Dak, Montgomery, Olave, Kelsey, Seattle. Nikki, you got Daniel Jones, Marcus Pollard, Deebo Samuel, Cole Kmet, and the Steelers defense. I have Justin Fields, Christian McCaffrey, A.J. Brown, George Kittle, and the Tennessee Titans defense against the Broncos. That is Week 10 Freaky Fantasy Football Draft. Everything
Wait, is that locked in?
Is what locked in?
Our teams.
What do you mean? Of course
The ones we just picked. Can I change my mind? I just realized something.
I don't know about that, but no, I'm kidding. Of course you can. You can do whatever you want. I'm joking.
Wait, I have not taken Patrick Mahomes. I need to switch my quarterback.
You're going to regret it. You're gonna
Why?
regret it because Daniel Jones is going to outshine him this week.
What?
Daniel Jones is going to outshine him this week. You should have saved Mahomes for another time. No, I'm kidding.
He's playing Jacksonville.
I'm totally busting your chops.
I just realized that I didn't take him on my list here.
Yeah, I most certainly did. I did. What did I take Mahomes? I got to look.
He is playing Jacksonville, right?
I don't think I've taken Mahomes yet either. That's crazy.
Wait, I haven't taken Mahomes.
I know. That's I just was like looking through my list. I was like, hold on.
I don't think I've taken them either. That's crazy.
Let me see. D, I'm gonna look at yours. You took Hurts, Burrow, Lance, Carr, Stafford, Herbert. No, you haven't either. Holy shit! Wow, I didn't know I still had Mahomes as an option. I thought I used him. Okay.
No, I just realized that I didn't. That's why I was like, wait a minute.
I got to
why am I
write
thinking Daniel Jones?
That's a guy you can play against anybody, Mahomes. I don't care who the hell the
sure.
opponent is. Jeez. All right.
We have a fantasy question. You guys see that?
Well, let's see. What do we got? Should I accept this trade? I'm getting Justin Fields for Dak. So you'd be getting Fields and giving up Dak?
Who?
Straight up, huh?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Oh.
That is tough. Right, D? Because, Dak can throw the ball, better than and he's got better receivers, but
Dak, with Dak, he's coming off of a good game and a bye. You thinking maybe they're starting to find their rhythm offensively. Mm-hmm. So long term, I would trust Dak more than Justin Fields. Justin Fields looks amazing right now, but Dak is more consistent. And if a team shuts down the run against the Bears, we know Justin Fields is still struggling passing the ball somewhat. So it's a tough one because I can see the intrigue there, but I would stick with Dak.
It is tough because of the fact that Fields can rack up so many points with the rushing yards, and even a rushing touchdown, which is more points than a throwing touchdown when overall.
Yeah.
So, oh man, this is tough, Nikki. I'm not sure. What do you think? You got an opinion?
Yeah, I feel like logically you want to stay with Dak, right? But you know what? Fuck it. Do it. Trade it. Let's see what happens. It's not my team.
You know what? Maybe it'll bring a spark to your team. I don't know what place you're in, but that can help out. Let me see what Courtney says.
That's the thing with Nikki saying that, because the upside of Justin Fields is so high up there. And with quarterback, if you have a decent quarterback, you could go 5 through 20 and you'll still be fine with your quarterback.
Yeah.
But Justin Fields mess around and turn into a top 5 fantasy quarterback.
Yeah.
That's a really that's a realistic thing that can happen.
No doubt. NFC Player of the Week this week.
Yeah.
Courtney's saying Dak over Fields. Dak is starting to get his rhythm. I agree, but it's not just about when we're talking about fantasy. Those rushing yards count for a lot, man.
Yeah.
I would probably go out on a limb, and
I think I would too. I think I'd do the trade.
You guys have turned me. You guys have turned me. I would take it. Take Justin.
Oh my gosh!
Do it. Make the trade.
Make the trade. Well, he's got Herbert, so I feel like do it. Make the trade.
Yes, make that trade. Go get all that upside with Justin Fields right now. I like it because you know what? Dallas still likes to run the ball a lot. So that can take away opportunities. All right. Well, you heard it here from 3rd and 3. Hopefully it works out for you. That's all we can hope for. Our parlays, your fantasy advice, all that beautiful stuff. I love it. Yeah, his other quarterback is Herbert. So, yeah, you're in pretty good shape. Make the trade, man.
Make the trade and come back next week and let us know if you were right.
Are you in a 2 QB league or you just have room for a backup? Let us know what type of league you're in. Yeah. That's
a really good question. What do you say, Clamp? Is it a 2 quarterback league?
Because then you could really take the opportunity and take that chance as well if it's a 2 QB league for sure.
Right? Yeah. Because, the thing with Herbert is that he doesn't have his wide receivers. He's not putting up big numbers because Joshua Palmer's is the number 1 guy and Carter's is number 2,
Yeah. So Herbert's being hurt by that for sure.
Yeah, man. Definitely, without a doubt. And he's still putting up pretty decent numbers, but not like what he was last year.
Yeah.
I was really impressed with Herbert, just to sidetrack real quick. The fact they even pulled out that game against the Falcons.
I know.
I was impressed by that because it was like he didn't have anything to he just had to grind it out, right? And that's not something you see from a young quarterback. Usually young quarterbacks, like Josh Allen, for example, he's better when he's ahead and he's just charging forward. We have to grind it out and just find just different ways to win. Herbert's doing that even with Brandon Faley as coach.
And it got real ugly, Brandon. I love it that you said Brandon Faley. God bless you. That game, at the end of the game, if you remember, Eckler fumbles the ball. Atlanta picks it up. They're getting ready to go win this freaking thing. And the schmuck just dropped it. He just dropped it and Chargers pick. I'm like, wow. Putsy play of the week. I mean, if Aaron Rodgers didn't fuck up so much, that would have been the putsy play of the week. Without a doubt.
And gutsy play Khalil Mack. You got to give Khalil Mack
for
him to
go.
I
mean, he didn't roll that ball.
Doubt.
You were talking about swipe. I was like,
ripped it right out of his hands. That same thing happened to Dantzler a couple of weeks ago. As a matter of fact, we've seen it a couple. Oh, so it's a 1 QB league that he's got. And
1 QB league.
Herbert.
So I would take Dak or Justin Fields over Herbert right now.
Me too.
So
Herbert's not doing
the upside. Right. Take a chance. Go ahead and get Justin Fields.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys, but look at so the Bears schedule. Next week they have the Lions, then the Falcons, then the Jets, then the Packers, then the Eagles and the Bills. So I mean
that's a great schedule. Now, by the time you get to the championship playoff rounds, those Eagles Bills games are a little tough. So you might want to get another quarterback for them.
That's right.
Yeah, but
you could, to get you there, great schedule. That's a great point, Nikki. So take Justin Fields. Yes.
Looking at the schedule makes a whole lot of difference. So that's Nick Fields. We told you, man. All 3 of us agree on that. And you're talking to a fantasy runner-up in a great league last year. She knows her shit. So definitely listen to Nikki when she speaks. All right, she's
everybody listen to Nikki when I speak. Yeah.
Everyone listen.
These trolls on social media. Because I got called a tool the other day, so that was nice.
You did? Oh my!
Oh yeah! I get all.
One of the things that people say to you, whether good, bad, or indifferent, are just mind blowing sometimes.
Oh my God! Really. Yeah.
So I'm glad we got the show out. Of course, bow down to Nikki, obviously.
Thank you.
The show out on Facebook, YouTube, a couple other things. So we're trying to expand a little bit. A lot of you guys came in with a lot of comments and questions, and we fucking love that. You guys being part of the show is the best thing about it. It really is. It keeps us going. It makes it a lot more fun. It's our Wednesday therapy, and we're having it a little bit earlier today, especially that I'm going to be going through a hurricane. I probably won't have any freaking power, so at least I have this to fall back on. My phone is fully charged at the moment, so I'm good to go. Anyway, besides all that, we got things to do. It's an early day. We're going to pump out the podcast for you later. Definitely give you comments back on that. But before that, Nikki, tell them what's good in the hood.
What's good in the hood? So, of course, New York Giants rush is Tuesday, 8 o'clock. We had a bye week last week, so we took the day off. No, what am I saying? Yesterday. Wow. So that was fun. I clearly needed the day off. Sunday channel side bets, 11:30. I lost again, so I have to do a double wake and bake. So, we'll see what I end up doing there. Of course, Wednesday, it's early. This year, our podcast schedule has been crazy and you guys have hung in there with us, so we definitely appreciate that. And Monday, anybody who's in the area, so Monday, November 14th, the Giants Rush crew is getting together at Tommy's Tavern in Bridgewater. We're going to watch, unfortunately, the Eagles and Commanders game, which sucks for a Giants podcast. But some of you are interested in coming. Some of you have asked if you could take a picture with me. If that gets you there, sure. So hopefully I can see you guys. And we'll see you on Monday night. We will be there at right before kickoff.
No doubt.
See, I said that Nikki's a celebrity in Giants Town now. I said that she's a celebrity. People are going to come out here just to take pictures with her.
I don't know why.
We have a celebrity amongst us, Jason. Like, we're no longer worthy.
We do. We really do. We really do. And oh my God!
God!
That's the hurricane alarm.
Hurricane alarm coming.
That's technology for you right there. It's not dial-up internet. Courtney, thank you for that. Much appreciated. And look at look at Alex coming through. Yeah, we should have a Sunday show. Yes, we are better than them. We can admit that. We're modest sometimes, but humble doesn't get you a long way. No, thank you for that. That's a cool compliment. Love it. Appreciate it, guys. All right, D, you're a busy man yourself. You've been pumping out a lot of stuff lately, bro. A lot of stuff. Doing a great job as always, man.
Oh, thank you so much. I truly, truly appreciate it. My podcast is called The Real Deal with Damian Adams. We just dropped episode on Tuesday morning, so that one's still fresh. Go check that one out. We do some football talk from week 9, but also talk about the whole Kyrie Irving situation with the Nets and all the stuff going on there. So a very good conversation about that and some other things going on in the NBA. A lot of teams in the NBA right now that had high expectations not playing up to them. So we play a game called Panic or Not about those teams. I think you guys should go check that out. This podcast every Wednesday, usually at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Came a little early this week, but please check us out. If you can't check us out live, watch on YouTube, watch on Facebook, subscribe and listen if you can't watch on any podcast platform. The other 2 podcasts I'm involved with, GSMC, boxing and basketball. Go ahead and subscribe to those. A lot of boxing action happened this past week, so we'll have a good episode of that one coming out tomorrow. And for basketball, I'm not the only host, so you always get content with that one. Even if I don't do an episode, you have other people hosting and giving you great content. And if you're looking for somebody to follow on social media, giving you constant videos and constant content, follow me at The Real Deal WDA, all right? And if you want to live a long, prosperous life and look young like Jason, look young like Nikki, what you got to do is the 3 Ps. You got to do Pilates, you got to get on the Peloton, and you got to listen to podcasts. If you listen to my podcast, you'll stay looking young. Your cholesterol is down. Your chi is centered. You're living a stress-free life. So go ahead and subscribe and listen to The Real Deal with Damian Adams, the 3rd and 3 podcast, GSMC Boxing and GSMC Basketball, and you will live an extra 5 years. It's guaranteed. It's been a study done on it.
We guarantee that.
Extra 5 years.
Our par pays. Yes.
Absolutely. No doubt. That's what keeps me young. Like I said, I listen to these guys. I love them. They're my family. That's what it's all about. 3rd and 3 is where it's at. Like I tell you every week. I know I'm coming at different times, but you guys hanging in there with us, really appreciate it. The freaking comments are great. We love having you as part of the show. That is really the key to everything. It's our therapy on Wednesday to get us through the hump over the week, but you guys make it all that much better. So please keep it along. We appreciate you guys so much. And as for me, I'm taking it a little slow. Work has got me by the you-know-what lately, so I have been working like crazy. So it's been 3rd and 3 lately, but I'm going to try to get back into more of the Power 32 podcast, and I really need to start writing more on our website. There is no doubt about it. So look for some power rankings to come out. I'll do a little 49ers report, a little 49er forecast, as I like to call it. So be on the lookout. And again, go to 3rd and 3. Start this freaking shopping early, man, guys. Reebok, sick deals. If you got an alcoholic in the family, don't go to freaking Beer Drop. But if you have somebody who likes to drink socially and it's okay, then you can send them over there. But no alcoholics. And, of course, you got the good meat for the barbecues if you live in warm weather states like me and D. Nikki, you guys are screwed. No barbecues for about another 6 months.
Yeah, I know.
Not going to happen.
Although we did grill 2 days ago. It was like 75
Was it?
degrees for 3 days here.
Nice.
No. Today it's like 50, so we're done.
That Indian summer that lasts for like a week. You know, you get nice
That's
and then
it.
it's like whoop, right back. That's it. Now scraping ice off the windshield. All done. All done. Oh man, so much fun, guys. Love you both so much. Love you all out there, making it so much better. We really enjoy it. And I know we ran a little bit over time, but Nikki, thank you. I know that you had a whole bunch of stuff to do, but great job multitasking today, girl.
Thank you. Be safe, everybody in Florida. Be safe. I know our friend Ryan's out there too, One and Done Radio. So we'll see him next week, and that will be a fun show.
Yes, and that will probably be at our regular scheduled broadcasting time at 7 o'clock Eastern until further notice. We don't know.
We'll see.
Anyway, we're out of here. Nikki, give him the wave, girl.
Bye, guys.